Facebook, we'll be switching over to the YouTube side. So get ready to do that while I get a little bit of formality in here, taking care of lighting the candles and the incense. Got a little tea. And we'll go from there. Today we'll be doing a general read and then see what the see where it is that we need to remove some blocks to help us get to the other side. If you have a reading request from that point, hey there, isn't it wonderful? You get those alerts, it'll let you know to come in on the YouTube side. So I want to say thank you for connecting and seeing the alert. I like that. It works a lot faster than the other platforms that I'm on. So, of course, we got to do these little formalities while everybody is being alerted that I'm on. And then we'll go from there. Yes, I light a little glass candle, just so that you're aware of what I'm doing here. And some would call it a little kerosene lamp. That's what I do here. And I put a little small wick in here. If you're on my YouTube side and you popped in, go ahead and drop a emoticon, a smiley, a heart in the chat link. Thank you for the, hey, Gwendolyn. Oh, great to see you, beautiful one. Star great to you. All right. Pour that and get that all saturated nice. Sometimes I think I want to keep it on the, or allow the Facebook side to continue to run, because that one allows me to bring a person on camera a lot easier. I'm not sure if it is easy, but it's worth a try. Okay, let's go ahead and light this candle. I'll be using the melanin. Start reading. You know what? I am on YouTube. It's saying I'm not showing up, but I'm sitting there and there are a couple of people there. Hey, JD, thank you. Sargreet, that's right. So apparently it's up and running now. So JD just commented on the YouTube side. There's our candle for our session. I usually transfer all of this to the actual altar behind me. There you go. We're going to go ahead and light some incense. I'll be using the melanated tarot today. That's what the back looks like. Yeah, that's kind of wild. There. I've got my Egyptian licorice tea for the day. We're clearing these cards. And let's see. I want to see what microphone is being used right now. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I appreciate your time in here, for showing up, being present. Okay, I don't know if it's allowing me to change my microphone. So, as long as you can hear me clearly, hey, Q, thank you. As long as you can hear me clearly on the YouTube side. Great, glad to have everyone here. And I'm going to go ahead and post the link in Facebook. Thank you so very much. Gwendolyn, did you make it over to the other side? Okay. Thank you, everyone, especially those that are on YouTube side waiting for all the the formalities. So we started pulling everybody from Facebook over to YouTube. and doing so because we actually, people get notified quicker on YouTube than they do on Facebook. And also I noticed that I'm not able to put certain information, they flag it, or like it gets hidden. Maybe till like maybe 45 minutes after the broadcast. So that's kind of what happens there. So very good. Well, I am glad everyone is here. Let's go ahead and get started for the day. We are midweek. A lot of stuff happening this week. A lot of stuff happening in the news. So if it's happening in the news, it's also affecting us as well. If you're on Facebook and you see the YouTube link, come on over. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your activity over here. I'm going to turn down these chimes just a little bit. They're so beautiful. All right. Thank you. Shanae, she says, I made it. Yay. Yeah, there's less lag. Thank you so very much for saying that. You're right. You are absolutely correct. Okay, if you're new on this side and you're watching, you're plugging in, what I'm going to encourage you to do is subscribe so you can get the alert that I'm on. We do something a little bit different here in doing readings. We do a general pull that allows you to see what the energy is for the day. A lot of times it will creep into a question you already have, because if you make that application, you'll see how it's answering you. In addition, we see what's blocking, what's keeping you from being able to maximize progress for today. And so therefore, I'll pull a card for each person to say, okay, this is what's blocking you. Whatever it is that you're looking to achieve, it's blocking you. So what would that be? If it's a relationship, a partner, a love, somebody that you're concerned with, right? And so that would show up in the card reading. What kind of blockage is keeping you from being able to make the shift or attract the person that you want, or attract a certain type of situation? Like, you want to know what that blockage is. Okay, very good. Hey, Yamoya, please look at your messages. Okay, honey, I will look at it. I will look at it. Now, we're on YouTube. Yamoya, let me know. Are you able to get on the YouTube? Because we have the live chat streaming there. And this broadcast on Facebook will end shortly, okay? As it will continue to run on the YouTube side. All right, first card that we have for today. Oh, wow. Did we have this yesterday? Oh, my gosh. The moon reversed. Look at that. The moon reversed. Second card. Now, this is not before, present, future. This is all composite story. That's the way this is working. That's the way that I'm pulling it today. Second card is the Eight of Cups. There you go. Eight of Cups. I love this deck. I'll show you the box in just a second. Third card. Oh, the Empress. That's actually a really great card. Very good. The Empress. And then in just a second, we're going to pull the blockage. Those are on Facebook. If you want to know what's blocking you from making the transition or the support, understanding the moon, reverse, the Eight of Cups, and the Empress, based on what's going on with you today, I want you to come on over to the YouTube side. I'll see you in a little bit. Ashe. Mwah. Okay, everyone, I have you set up. Here, we're going to go ahead and jump into these cards. There we go. We're going to move this over here. Beautiful. So, we have the moon reverse. Remember, we're not dealing with before, as in what happened. It's early in the morning, and we're dealing with this daily energy. However, we are needing to recognize the what that energy is representing. And again, this showed up yesterday. So this is about stepping into your power and showing up for yourself. This the moon usually represents, I'll show you in its full form. And let me see, do I have that card deck around here? I do. Got my hair all over the place, excuse me. Okay, so this is the card deck. I want to show it to you first before we move on. Okay, the Melanated Classic Tarot. Okay, and that is by Julia Goolsby and Obria Trunshaw. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Okay. Okay, the moon. Normally when we see this moon pop up, we're dealing with a secret person. We're dealing with the secret emotions. We're dealing with allowing ourselves to accept the shadow side, or needing to work through the shadow side. Now, when it pops up in a reading based on a particular question, it could show that a person is hiding something. There's a secret, right? And that they are not able to, you're not able to get past that person's secret. They don't want to open up. So when the moon shows up, it's either about yourself not wanting to open up, or there's something deep within that you need to connect with. And the moon is definitely connected to your intuition. So when we see it, the moon pop up, this card definitely is in regards to allowing yourself to tap into first intuition, but deal with the closest person, the core person, getting the core answer and accepting that, right? We may know who that is within ourselves. We may know that we are a particular type of person, but we may not want to reveal that because it could be hurtful. You may be ashamed, and you're still dealing with the direct connect between you and divine source about your shadow person, right? Okay, so when this card pops up, those are the different indicators about it. However, the card showed it reversed. So this card, based on what we're dealing with today, is about stepping out and being fully present and merging that shadow self and the core self, your intentions. They need to match. Because some people speak one thing, I call them double-tongued people. But you could be double-tongued with yourself. You know, if you've got double-tongued people, they're not that way to everybody else. They're also that way to themselves. So this being reversed is about being aligned with who you are, and then also being present for even other people to recognize who you are. And the interesting is that you take control of the agitations or the different issues that keep you feeling locked in, right? Okay, and I say that because we have the crab or the scorpion, and the scorpion is agitating the two dogs. The dogs are connected to intuition, and they're the polarity, masculine and feminine, sitting right there, affecting our intuition. However, this card, it being reversed, is about you being in alignment with who you are and then how you're presenting yourself. Therefore, no one is having any power over you. Even your shadow self is not having any power over you, right? So then the second card that pops up is the Eight of Cups, which we have to, in this case, is about emotions and relationship. So then we have to wonder, what is the theme of the day? Well, the theme of the day is about your relationships. Okay. So being fully present, stepping into your power. There you go. I just want to turn it that way. Stepping into your power, being aligned with who you are from the inside out. It's not about, I'm not going to show everything that I am. I'm going to keep some, because a person doesn't get all of me, right? But by doing that, then you jeopardize relationships. You jeopardize a relationship. And here's the interesting thing. 8 is definitely karmic. And the Eight of Cups is is definitely a balance of communication and the relationship to that communication. And if you notice here, which I absolutely love, there's a little water right there, and then he's turning his back and he's moving on. We have to be ready to move on from communication in a relationship that was detrimental, which is why the moon reverse shows up. So we may not have shown up fully in our relationship with people or a person. We may have kept ourselves, like this little hidden part of ourselves. We may have done that. We don't want to reveal something. We don't want to disclose something. We don't want to get too close. We don't want that person to really know us intimately. And a lot of that has to do with not wanting to be hurt. However, today's energy is telling you by fully being present, walking away from communication and walking away from the old way of doing things. By doing that, you'll step into your power, which I love, the Empress, and you'll be able to manage and control, because that's what the Empress is about. You'll be able to manage and control the aspect of the relationships that you're dealing with. I say relationship. I believe it's one person in particular. Now we have, in this case, 2 major arcana cards that popped up in this reading. So this is not something that is light. Like, this is not a lighthearted thing that's happening in our energy field today. This is definitely about this is definitely about making strong shifts. Like, you've got to be very present with who you are, and there's no more hiding. Like, there's no more I want to say, this is not about being wishy-washy anymore. I show myself, I don't show myself. I give you a little bit, I don't give you a little bit. I tell you, I don't tell you. And this is not about that anymore. We're in a different day and time. And I'm going to say, which is really interesting because of where we are in I'm going to say the health industry, the health concerns, the politics that we're dealing with. We've had a lot of people do this. There's a secret. There's something hidden. And there's an agitation that keeps the intuition from being able to be fully realized, right? And this is time to now be, it's like being exposed. So relationship is being exposed. Communication is being exposed. And a change has to happen. A shift has to happen. By doing that, then you can actually reclaim your position, your power, which I find very interesting. So what blocks us from being able to fully show up? Why is it that we can't fully show up? And that's today's energy. Think about that. Today is, I need to fully be present. I need to speak my truth. Ta-da! I need to shift from the way that I have been communicating in relationships. I need to leave that old way of thinking. There you go. And let I like the water. It's kind of dried up, right? It's no longer time to be over emotional about stuff, which I find interesting because the moon is definitely emotional. It's intuitive and emotional, but yet it's reversed. So this card definitely is saying, okay, so show up for yourself. You need to get out of the emotional place. Use your intuition so that you can be fully present. You need to get past the way you have been communicating with a particular person or persons. And you've got to do this so that the karma is not negative karma. I like that. Because karma doesn't have to be negative. And some people say, oh, karma, I don't really believe in karma, whatever. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. That's what I do know, right? Okay. And then so then in doing this, then this is what we fully realize. We actually take control, control of our house. Thank you, Shanae. We take control of our circumstances, but we are in control, which allows you to be very creative, to tap into your creativity, because you're showing up for yourself. You're no longer hiding behind your words. You're no longer, and I think that's the bottom line. You're just not hiding. You're being fully present, and there's no hidden agendas. I like that, being that it's reversed. And so, and there's no hidden agendas with who you're dealing with. Either you say what you mean or don't say nothing at all. That's what this card is right here. And by doing so, you will actually begin to restore the power of your household, which is where it should be, so that there's growth in the household. She's pregnant. The Empress is pregnant. And the 3 connects to divine communication. It's a communication, like, in the Bible, if you're a reader of the Bible, or if you see everything happen in 3s: holy, 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 a Lord, Lord my God, and the Most High. Like, everything is in 3s, right? Okay, so here's in the 3. So this is divine communication, a very holy experience, but we don't necessarily say holy as in, pious or anything like that, but it's sacred. Like, you stepping into your power right here. You stop hiding behind your words, stop hiding behind your emotions. You let go of some the way you communicated with the people in the past, or a relationship, whoever it is, and you start fully showing up for yourself. This is what you get. The Empress. And then you can finally grow. She's pregnant. So therefore she's producing, but she owns that household, and she's fully grounded. Look at her, the red behind her. She's passionate. She's fully grounded. But I love the fact that she's wearing a white robe with these red roses on there. So her purpose is pure. Her intentions are pure, with passion. I love the gold that's around her head. And the gold definitely symbolizes part of this creative aspect that she may have lost before. You may have lost it. Why? Because you were so busy being secretive. But like, when you finally step into your power, you're not afraid. You're not afraid. And then when you let go of the way you were communicating with certain people in your life, and you literally, and I'm just going to say, you put those people into their proper position in your communication. So some people are out of their bounds. They're out of bounds. They step out of their bounds, and they think that they are more important in your life because of where you've come from. You could have had good friends, and you'll have a bunch of good friends feeling like they're now still needing to be that part, that what do you call it? They need to, I don't want to use the word manipulate, but their opinion, they feel should be more important. Like, you need to be listening to them. And the reality, that might not be the case anymore, because you got to step into your own power. You got to show up for yourself. You got to recognize who you are and what it is that you need. And therefore, you will change how you've communicated with other people. It doesn't mean that those people don't exist. They just take a different position. And you can see that because he's moving away from those other experiences. And the moon is right here. I love this moon right here, because we're talking about this moon right there, right? He's moving towards that moon and releasing communication and relationship with other people that have, literally have created a lot of, they've weighed heavily. They're not spilled. These aren't spilled. So it's not bad relationship. It just may not be congruent with the path that this person is moving forward in. But the reality is that you've got to take care of your house, right? You got to take care of your house. That's why I like the Empress. You got to take care of your house. You got to make sure the growth of your home, that everything that you are doing promotes well-being in the things that you have that you're in control of. I love the trees in the background. There's growth. I love the green around her head. That's healing in the mind. So the mind becomes healed. That means we're not holding on to resentment. She can't, the Empress can't hold on to any resentment. She's got to keep her mind in a positive place. She's carrying life, she's creating life, and she's moving in a way that's going to benefit not just one person, but a lot of people in her life. So what blocks us from being able to move forward? Oh, God. This is the King of Pentacles, reversed. Here's the blockage. Why is it that we can't move forward? Why can't we step into our power? Why is it we're having difficulty showing who we really are? Why is it's difficult to release communication with different people in our life so that we can move forward? Why is it we can't fully grow our resources, our money, and gain the gain the power in the house? Why is it that we have that problem? The King of Pentacles reverse. The King in reverse is like a coward. That's kind of how I see it. Pentacles is about your household. It's about all the mundane things you touch. So why is it that you can't do this? Because there's the energy is not you're not putting in the right energy into the household, right? And this is the Empress, and she is definitely working to build her house, but she can't build her house because it's counterproductive activity. So you got to look and say, what am I doing? What am I doing in my life right now that's counterproductive, that keeps me from making the money that I need to make, or building the relationship with the person that I need to restore? Tapping into my intuition so that I show up exactly the way I say I am, not this dual-sided stuff, right? So that's what the King of Pentacles is connected to, reversed. That's what's going on here. That's really interesting. That's today's energy. I like it. It means there's a lot of work that needs to be done today. I know that I'll be doing my work because when I look at this, I go, okay, so now I'm just going to use myself as personality representation, because I never put it on everybody else. And that's what we should do. When people are reading, sometimes we say, this is what's happening with you, sis. This is what's happening with you. But the reality is that if the card is being pulled, it's happening with that person too. There's an aspect, because we're energetically connecting. So I always like to take that information, how we say, don't shoot the messenger. Just pay attention so you can get some stuff straight. So when I look at this card, I say, oh, okay, Michaela. So, and see, this is how we apply it to ourselves. I might not be showing up for myself. I need to be really present and speak my truth, and that be in alignment, so that I'm not dual-sided, even in myself, right? But also, it's in regard to relationships. It might be in a way that I have been communicating with people, either over communicating or letting other people have their their opinion of what it is I need to do. So therefore, I could be listening too much to other people's opinion. See, that's how this works. When you look at these cards, how do you make that application, right? So here, this card saying, it's not, you don't need to hide anymore about how you present yourself, because you are an intuitive person. But now you need to, you just need to show up for yourself. That's just bottom line. And showing up for yourself also means that you eliminate other people's opinions. It doesn't mean you don't love them or care for them, or that their opinions weren't of importance. But it's now time for, and I'm just using my own personal application, it's now time for me to rely on my own intuition and create my own cycle, create better karma, right? In doing so, I will establish a more solid future for what I'm doing in my business and in my relationship. There's growth. It benefits me. What keeps me from moving forward? Being afraid to make changes in household circumstances, right? Not fully being present, not allowing myself to step forward and say, this is what I need. This is how it has to happen. So that would be about taking charge, right? Because all of these things, but we look at this and we go, we'll take charge of what? I'm going to show you the card. It's a very interesting looking card. So our finances might be affected. Our resources might be affected. Money, our health could be affected because we're not fully showing up for ourselves and we're not saying what it is that we need to be cared for. So that has to be resolved. This has to be resolved. So I go in and I do my my own not statements, right? I do my own not statements. I'm like, okay, so what do I need to do for my not statement? So anybody that's on the line right now, if you'd like to watch me do that, you're definitely, if you want to see how I do a clearing on these three cards, and you want to participate, just go ahead and put a 1 down there. For those that are new that haven't seen this before, you probably are like, what is she does what? A clearing? Yeah. Because what use is getting a reading if you don't have the antidote? You don't have the prescription and the antidote. Like the prescription, somebody might say, this is what you need to go do, sis. You need to meditate more. You need to blah, blah, blah. You got to remove those blockages. But then now what? That's the prescription. Well, what's the antidote? How do I do that? Right? So that's what I do. I show people how to do that. So post a 1 if you would like to see how I actually clear the negative feelings. I'll go ahead and begin typing right here. The negative emotions that are connected to the imbalance in household affairs, right? Okay. Being present for yourself completely. Releasing the opinions, releasing the need to hear everybody else's opinion. By doing so, step into the power of your household. What's the block that keeps you from realizing all of this is fear. Fear of saying what it is that you need in your house, right? So if I looked at this, I would say the issue is, I'm going to type it right here. I love this. So the issue that I would have definitely would be, and I want you to look at this yourself because there's something that you can apply. There's definitely something that's applicable. If we're gonna do these readings, and I've been doing readings for a long time, I would do the readings and say what's happening for the day. But I wouldn't give the anecdote, I wouldn't give the prescription, I wouldn't give the anecdote. And I think that is so far like Like we're at a different time where people are wanting to know, what do I got to do? What do I need to do to fix it? I need to fix it. And then, we had people that, I'm just going to say, they molest by saying, well, if you want to fix it, you got to join my blah, 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 and it's $1,500. And you're like, damn. Like, why is health and wellness, why do I got to be charged for wanting to thrive and live well just in my humanity state? Why? See, that's where I go with that. And the modality that I ended up learning, the instructor, he was a pretty hefty fee. And as I was learning it, I said, why is this one piece of knowledge only circulated amongst a certain group of people and no one else can really get it because they can't pay for that? Or they don't have the availability for it? Or they're not aware that it exists? Yeah, so Shanae says, what this says to me is I need to activate my inner provider. Absolutely. And not be afraid of what it is that's out there. And also not listening to the opinions of other people. Because I'm going to tell you, people, what did they used to say? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Yeah, I said that. Everybody has one. Right? So they're going to tell you, people are going to tell you, yeah, do this or don't do this. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to her. Yeah, listen to this. This is what you should do. That's this right here. That right there, I mean, that can really get people jacked up. I have been in circumstances and situations where I have listened to somebody say one thing to me and then turn around in that same sentence and then say something completely different. And that's when I realized, oh, you can't trust the opinion. Because the opinion is swaying based on some emotional trigger, even in that person, right? So you can't trust everybody's opinion. That's why you got to walk away from it and then rely on your own intuition. But what's blocking you from doing that? Not realizing the power that you have in your own house. A King of Pentacles reversed. You can't fully accept who you are, and you dwell with secrets within you because of why? The King of Pentacles reversed. Because you're afraid that it will affect your household, and what if you lose? And so therefore there's the coward right there. When you fix the stuff, you have personal growth. Your house is in order. But what's blocking you from being able to do that? Oh my gosh, there it is. The King of Pentacles reversed. So what is the issue? The issue is, this would be cool. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. My issue is with being judged. That's the issue. And for me, when I feel that, based on this card reading, I feel that in my chest right here. I feel it like this, like a soft thump in this area of my body. And I mean physically. So when you think about the issue with being judged, because here it is right here. These two cards right here is letting you know that this is the issue. The moon being in reverse. This is about showing up for yourself and walking away from people's opinions and judgment. But you can't get there because you're worried about if it'll affect your household. It'll affect your resources, your money. Right? So the issue with being judged. I feel it from 0 to 10, I would say I feel that about an 8. So if anybody is resonating with the issue with being judged, there it is right there. You can go ahead and put how much you feel in your body when you think about that, the issue with being judged. I'm going to continue on, but go ahead and put it in there. So where do I feel it? I said that I feel it in my chest cavity. And it feels like a soft thump. It's like, whoa, yeah, this is how we're going to do clearings. It literally makes no sense to me that people get readings. This is just where I am now after, the time that I've been reading and helping people and teaching classes. That if I don't give a substance for these readings, then what use is the reading? I mean, we're in a different time now. Do you see all the stuff happening in our health industry and in the politics? It's because they got our minds so flippin' twisted up, and they use our fear against us, and we already got stuff in our home. People are like tripping out. So if we can take care of our stuff, then the cloud gets removed, so that when people are talking out there, it's you're either seeing them for who they are, or it doesn't bother you at all. Or you can step into your truth about what you need to do, or you can step into the truth and speak that truth to them. That is huge. So now when I look at this and I say, the issue is with being judged. And that's in my chest cavity. It feels like about an 8. So then I want to let that thing in my chest talk, because I feel it physically. I want that thing to talk. So what would it say? If that thing could talk, it would say, I'm afraid people won't like how I say, how I share my truth. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. So what I'm going to say is, I'm afraid people won't like how I share my truth. But I want to cancel that statement. So not, I'm afraid people won't like how I share my truth. Now I can feel that. I feel that right there. Not, I'm afraid people won't like how I share my truth. Now it has something else it wants to say. So it's saying, and I'm not overthinking it. I'm letting whatever it's saying to just be there. I'm not trying to find the words. So whatever words are like popping up in my head, whatever emotion, I just allow it to have its own conversation. So that conversation is, people won't like you. So I'm going to say people won't like you. There you go. I should come on Monday through Friday and do my own clearings, and then whoever wants to participate, they get. So I think that's what I should do, because I have cleared a lot of stuff in my lifetime. And I know that this ends up helping so many people. And then there's some really, really personal things that people can't say out loud. And I've helped people clear those things, like, molestations and things like that. And it's literally by recognizing what's happening in the tarot, the cards. And it is the tradition. That's what I say. Tarot is the witch's tradition. We use it as a tool for awareness and the ability to heal. Like, we need to know what can I do to heal something? Well, I've got to understand it. So I'm going to use whatever it is within my natural elements to work on healing myself. Okay, so the issue is being judged. Here is the judgment right here. The moon reversed. Here's the Judgment right here. The Eight of Cups, right? Okay, very good. So what's the next thing that I feel? If anybody wants to participate, they can. It's all right. I'll give you your not statement. So, so when I think about being judged by people, people who think I'm really crude. That's what I think. So I'm going to say people will think I'm going to do don't crude. There you go. People will think I'm really don't crude. Oh, I feel that. Now, I felt heat rush from here through the back of my head. So that's actually the hormone that happens in the body. So when people say, I feel that, I feel it inside of me, it's a hormone. It's called neuropinephrine. It's excreted from the adrenal glands. And it's because you're in fight or flight over these images and these thoughts and these words that are connected to the emotions. So here, this one, not showing up for myself, and being worried about what other people think about me is keeping me from stepping into my full power, right? And the blockage is the King of Pentacles reversed. There is the fear of not being able to care for your own household. The fear of needing other people. That is. That's a blockage right there. I'm afraid to, I'll say it that way. I'm afraid to need other, I'm going to use stop people. There you go. I'm afraid to need other stop people. And that's the issue with being judged. Oh, so now I feel tingly right here. Okay. So anybody that's participating in this exercise, definitely continue through. I'm going to go, I got a little bit more. So when I think about it from 0 to 8, how much does it bother me about being judged right now? 3. So from 0 to 8, I feel about a 3. That's good. I don't feel it here anymore. I feel a little heat here and definitely felt tingly here. And I actually feel some heat underneath my, like my hamstrings. So that has to do with stability, right? Feeling stable. So issue with being judged. People won't like me. Have we ever felt like that? So let me say that. People won't not like me. There you go. Thank you for those that are on here watching. Yeah. This is really empowering because you can use this tool, and I teach people how to use it. There's actually 4 different modalities that actually get into the brain, the subconscious, to help undo the stuff. Like there's one that are pictures. Like, you have images of memories. So there's another tool that actually opens up and then begins to cancel out the memory of the feeling that was wrapped around the memory of that image, because the brain keeps thinking that it's still in that one spot and will still ravage the body. So anyways, these are the different modalities that I use, but this one is so very empowering that it helps out so many people. People won't not like me. Oh, here's another one that we might have. Every time I do something, someone takes it away. Every time I do something, someone not takes it away. Every time I do something, someone not takes it away. There you go. So I feel it right here. And I feel it in my shoulders. Right, Shanae, right. Wow, that last one hit home. Right. Every time I do something, someone not takes it away. Right. I'm tired of people stealing not from me. That's another one. I'm tired of people stealing not from me. There you go. That's pretty good. I'm going to go back. I had to sit here and think. Yeah. So the issues with being judged, how much of that do I feel in my body right now? 2. So from 0 to 3, there, I feel a 2. So what feeling do I have about being judged? I would say people I'm going to use the word not there. People don't not respect what I've worked for. That's good. People don't not respect what I've worked for. There. I know we've all felt that, right? People don't respect us. Yeah. So where do I feel that at? Right here. Issue with being judged. 0 to 2. Still feel a 2. I feel like I didn't say everything I needed to. Oh, here's another one we may feel. So you might see me go into like a moment of just thinking. It's because I'm allowing myself to process that feeling and I'm being fully present in the feeling. I'm tired of being used. So I'm going to use the word don't at the beginning. Don't. I'm tired of being used. There you go. That one feels better. That one feels good. So right now, from 0 to 2, I feel a 1, like it came down, being judged. But then I just felt that right here in that diaphragm, being judged. So apparently, there's something really at the core. Like it started traveling all over, but there's still something right at the core. And so from 0 to 2, I hit a 1, but it's in my diaphragm. And I feel it. I'm tired of being used. When I said that, I felt that right there. So see, when you're saying those statements, you can see where something bothers you about that. And it may not be about what the issue I put there, being judged, right? Here it is, being judged. The ultimate goal is to get to here. Recognizing that the blockage is you not stepping into the power of what belongs to you. Oh, that's what it is. You're not accepting what belongs to you. You're not claiming what belongs to you. That's it. Oh, I got tingly all over. Okay, I'm going to write that one down. Say, you're not claiming what belongs to you. That is huge. You are not claiming what belongs to you. That's huge. So let me give you an example of that. Yesterday in one of my groups, this person I think is an imposter account, but they came in the group trying to sell to the women, right? Or to the people, because I have a mixed group in there. But the rules clearly say, and yeah, I do have rules because I don't want anybody coming in there just mining the group like some fish pond, you know? So the person came in, introduced themselves, and then immediately started posting sales. Their profile is a man's name, but they're clearly a woman. So I was really debating whether or not I should say something, because I had already said something once to the person. And as I was saying it, I was feeling bad for having to call the person out on it. Why did I need to feel bad about that? Why did I need to feel like I was going to be judged for how people thought about me for speaking up for the space that I've created for safety, right? And for enjoyment, for education. So I literally seesawed through that. I didn't need to worry about that. I was worried about being judged from the people that I actually cared for in the group, not the one that I was calling out, right? So that can happen. That's just an example. I use my example because those are things that when you look at it, it's not a fictional thing. We can see this is real life. And if you can see even in my own real life how I work through healing something, or how I'm able to process something, then that says that's an aspect for, or a tool for you to say, okay, I know I can either go to this person and ask for assistance on something much heavier, or I can be inspired to see that other people are working through their stuff, right? So, so this right here, this Empress, I have no trigger on. When I first pulled the Empress, I was like, oh man, I don't know about all that. I want to be there. But that has to do with being judged, because the Empress, she don't care. She's like, I got to take care of my household, and I've got other things to be cared for, that I've got to care for, other people. And I'm using all my resources. So I'm not, and I don't care that I'm sitting here and I'm the one having to call things out. I'm not worried about anybody judging me. You notice down here, you're not able to see it, but in this case, there's like all these people down there. She's not concerned about what those people, this is minute. She's not concerned about what the people are thinking. Their thoughts are minute. She's only concerned with what's in her mind. Notice the diadems and the gold around her head, the scepter nearest her head, the green around her head, all of that. She's only concerned with what is it I need to be concerned with. So the issue is being judged. Being judged about speaking my truth. Being judged about, watch this, being judged. Well, let's put it in a complete sentence. I don't want to not be judged because of taking care of my not self. That's how I'm going to do this one. I don't want to be judged because of taking care of my not self. Wow, that's big. Oh, wow. Being judged. I don't have anything. It's neutral. I went from 0 to 1 equals 0. Neutral. I don't have any feeling. It literally is gone. Is that amazing? So each one of you can do that as well. And if you want support to help you get through a particular issue that you have bound, and like I said, there could definitely be some very serious ones, then I can assist you to go through that. Now I'm going to put my positation in there. Positation, that is not in the dictionary. It is my word. Positive statement. Okay, so my positation is you are in control of your own thoughts. You attract people into your world that appreciate how you speak. Isn't that awesome? You are the director of your life, and what you do contributes to ultimate success. These are awesome positations. You are the winner in your, let me see, you are the winner of all that is good and beneficial to you and those you love. There you go. So the positations, you are in control of your own thoughts. Bam! See, we knocked out the King of Pentacles reversed. You're in control. So then now you can bring what you need into your household. You're in control of your own thoughts. You attract people into your world that appreciate how you speak. Boom. You're not concerned about other people's opinions. You rely on your own intuition and you are traveling your own road. See how that works? You are the director of your life, and what you do contributes to ultimate success. Bam, the Empress. See how this works? Oh my goodness, I love this. And the last one, you are the winner of all that is good and beneficial to you and those that you love. You show up for yourself. I like that. That's an amazing clearing right there. Thank you for joining me today. If you are interested in learning how to do this for yourself, and I love sharing it, and something just told me I needed to do a clearing on here with the cards and allow myself to be the benefactor. And for those that participated, you would benefit as well. So I want to thank you for joining. Oh, you were so welcome, Shanae. Isn't it interesting? Like the different things we didn't think we needed to clear. We wake up and it's like, oh my gosh, that is something I needed to clear. It's keeping me from being able to move forward. And so anyway, the cards said what they needed to, and we got the prescription, and then we worked on the antidote. So that is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and the information is down below, so you can go to the website, click on there, and book a private appointment. I have specials going on this month, a full session for $20. It's no big deal. If for some reason you're just saying, I want to give a donation. I don't want an appointment, but I want to give a donation because I was actually able to get a lot out of today's reading. Then I'm going to share my Cash App. So I will put that right there. There you go. And also I'll share my PayPal as well. And you can make a donation there. Okay. I'm typing that. There you go. Yes. And so I thank everyone for joining me. And I'm here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can join us in our group activity at the Witches Tradition. Thank you so very much for being with me and being a participant in discovering the energy of the day, seeing the prescription or getting the prescription, and watching the antidote be applied immediately. Blessed be. Ashe.